What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I just wanted to bring you guys a few tips for when you're using your Lightning Storm Druid here in Season 3. Now, before we get started, I did want to go ahead and give a big thank you to all of my supporters out there, as well as every single individual who decides to go ahead and give up a little bit of their time to interact with my content. It really means a lot to me, not only as a newer content creator, but as someone who really enjoys making these builds and giving them to you guys. Now, I do think I approach my build making in a different way than I think most people do. My objective isn't to give you guys just a specific build that you must follow, and that's why I'm always in the comments section answering any questions or just giving feedback on some of the ideas you guys give. Because honestly, my whole goal really is to bring you guys an idea, just a concept of a build. And then I hope to inspire some creativity and for you guys to really take the idea that I'm giving you and make the entire build your own. Because everybody has a different way of playing games, everybody has a different play style they enjoy, and it's never really a one-size-fits-all type of situation. Also, I did want to mention that I went ahead and updated the Uber version of this build in Mobalytics, so a link to this build as well as the Uber version will be in the description below. I do plan on eventually making a build video to the Uber version of this build. However, I don't like to put information out there before I've tested it myself, so until I get those Uber uniques, I'm not going to put a video out. However, do be aware that all the changes I make to this build and with the Uber build will be in Mobalytics, and if I do make any significant changes or there are any updates throughout the season that make me have to adjust the build in an entirely different direction, I will make an update video for the build. But now that we've gotten all that out of the way, let's go ahead and go over some tips. And this video won't be super long. It's just going to be a couple tips that I think will help really increase the quality of life for you guys as you're playing a Lightning Storm build throughout Season 3. So for the first tip, guys, always keep extra items in your inventory to do different types of content with. So as you can see, right now I am running the Runeworkers aspect because it gives us a lot of single target damage. However, if I'm doing dungeons or vaults, like I said in the previous video, I run the lightning dancers aspect because this aspect gives us a lot more AoE damage. That helps clear out all of the mob packs inside of dungeons and vaults. Also, as you can see here, I have an entire setup for running Axe and Totem as well. Also, before I hear you guys in the comments, I know that 16,000 armor is way over armor cap. I've been trying to roll this armor value off of my amulet forever, but at this point, I've just given up. So I'll probably end up having to farm another amulet so that way I can get rid of that total armor roll. The next thing I want to talk about is how you should be casting your Lightning Storm. Now, the reason I want to go over this is I know there are a lot of brand new players or even older players who are just now playing a Lightning Storm build that will typically cast their Lightning Storm exactly how it is described as a skill, and that is a channeling skill. However, for those players who have used a Lightning Storm build before, you guys probably know what I'm going to say. So what it seems like the game wants you to do is just hold down a button and channel your Lightning Storm until you run out of resources, and then generate a little more resources, and then continue to hold down the button. However, this is not actually how you want to be using your Lightning Storm. What you actually want to do is to be rapidly tapping the key or the button you have the skill assigned to. And this really doesn't look any different at first, but I will show you guys exactly why you want to be doing this, especially with a Nature's Fury build. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to channel the skill after casting Bulwark, and I want you to notice the cooldown on Bulwark when I do this. Now, if you're watching closely, I got a proc on Nature's Fury off the very first cast of Lightning Storm, but while the skill was channeling, I got no extra procs off of Nature's Fury, and my Bulwark basically had to cool down on its own. Now, I want you guys to notice what happens when I start rapidly tapping the left trigger on my controller. So as you can see, when I'm tapping the trigger, instead of just holding it down, I'm getting those procs of Nature's Fury, which is cooling down my Bulwark much faster. And what you'll also notice is that I like to wait till my Bulwark just falls off to recast it. That way I get that resource proc off of Tebow's Will. By using your Lightning Storm in this manner, not only will you deal more damage overall because you'll keep all of your buffs up and refreshed, but you'll also be able to manage your resources better because you're going to get all those extra procs off of Tebow's Will. So now the last thing I want to go over with you guys is how I use my rotation in a boss fight. So what I like to do first is to drop my ravens right in the area where the boss spawns just before they come into the arena. The next thing I will do is right when they spawn in, I will trigger my Poison Creeper active skill, and then I will go ahead and pop my Bulwark and begin pulsing Lightning Storm. Now, once we start doing that, it's as simple as recasting Ravens once it comes off cooldown, spamming our Bulwark as well as our Lightning Storm buttons. And then if we find ourselves running out of resources, just simply weaving in a basic attack or two to generate more resources and continue casting Lightning Storm. But if you are timing your Bulwarks well enough and waiting till they just come off cooldown to recast them, you really shouldn't have to do too much basic skill weaving. So let me go ahead and show you guys what that looks like. And I'll do this with the two-hand staff setup as well as the one-hand axe and totem setup. As you can see there, guys, that training boss dummy was pretty light work for our build, and we're not even maxed out on the amount of damage we can do. I still have quite a few glyph levels to get, and there are quite a few upgrades I could make to my gear pieces. Not to mention, this isn't even the Uber variation with the Shaco as well as the Ring of Starless Skies. So still quite a bit of potential left to be had with this build overall. Now, like I said, I will be swapping into a Stormclaw build just so I can get that build out to you guys. However, I will be going back to the Lightning Storm build on this character once I get a brand new Druid leveled up to level 100. I will also update you guys if I do get lucky enough to get both of those Uber Uniques to drop while I'm farming Duriel before I get another character up to level 100, but I highly doubt that will actually happen. Now, I will be streaming a little bit today, so do be on the lookout for that. And like I said at the beginning of the video, all of the links to this build as well as the Uber variation of this build will be down in the description of this video below. But with that being said, that is all for the video, guys. I hope this video helps you out. I hope these tips can help you really get the most benefit out of using a Lightning Storm build here in Season 3. And as always, I hope you guys are having a great day or a great night, depending on wherever you're from. And peace out, guys. I will see you in the next one.